My name is Karla Hardaway. I am the drill team and folklorico director at Creekview High School in Carrollton Farmers Branch, and I'm also the executive director for the Texas Association for Dance and Culture. I am honored to be here today to propose that the North Texas Ballet Folklórico contest be approved as an official UIL pilot event to sanction Ballet Folklórico as a fine arts performance UIL contest under dance. With me are my colleagues, Harrison from AT&T Performing Arts Center, Rachel Harrah, a fine arts parent from Plano ISD, Ronell Eddings from Carrollton Farmers Branch, who works at Creekview with me, Dr. Luis Canales, fine arts director from EEISD, and Leah Logoria Huggins, drill team and folklorico director at Sunset High School in Dallas ISD. Just 1 year ago, we presented this contest to you for the first time. Although the contest was established in the fall of 2019, its early years were held virtually due to the pandemic. Since then, what began as an opportunity for the North Texas schools with folklorico programs has grown into a movement across the state. Before approaching UIL, we spent years gathering data through surveys conducted during the folklorico presentations my colleagues and I gave at various dance conferences and professional developments for different districts across the state. We wanted to ensure that this effort reflected genuine interest, and it does. Since the start of our data collection in 2021, we've seen a 247% increase in expressed interest from educators, students, and administrators to see Ballet Folklórico in UIL. Additionally, our network of folklorico educators in Texas, which we have been in communication, have grown by 791% in just the past year following our presentation last summer. In your packet, you'll see clear evidence of growth in the numbers of participating students and schools during the North Texas Ballet Folklórico contest and the virtual option we provide. In fact, due to this momentum, our 2026 contest has already expanded to 2 full days from 10 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m., and we are working on adding 2 more locations to provide access to schools that are not able to travel. At our most recent contest in January, several fine arts directors, superintendents attended in person to witness the power of these students' performances and their educational value, and some of them are here with us today. Our contest aligns with our dance teaks, reinforcing that Ballet Folklórico is not only a performance art, but also a rigorous academic and culturally rich discipline. Our students are engaging with history, music, geography, costume design, and movement with a level of critical thinking that deserves recognition. This movement has not grown in isolation. We've developed strong partnerships with AT&T Performing Arts Center, Teatro de Artes de Juan Seguin, and the Texas Latino School Board Association, all whom share our mission to make Ballet Folklórico accessible to students across the state. Because of the rapid growth and unique needs of this form of dance, we established the Texas Association for Dance and Culture, TADC. Our statewide organization now provides supports in the following areas: training for folklorico educators, ensuring our contest educators are experts in Ballet Folklórico and have completed their training. We also provide educational resources for underfunded campuses, allowing schools without a current dance program to participate and offer this opportunity to their students. And we are providing professional development, including our first statewide educator training this summer at Texas Women's University. And this event will include participants from elementary through collegiate levels, as Ballet Folklórico is now expanding beyond the K-12 grade level into university dance programs. We believe that UIL is well positioned to support this expansion in a thoughtful and inclusive manner. Dance education in Texas reflects the rich diversity of the communities we serve. While many schools have traditionally offered drill team-based programs, others support multiple varsity ensembles in other forms of dance. For example, Richardson ISD offers programs in folklórico, drill team, and country western dance. In South Texas, nearly all schools support Ballet Folklórico and drill team varsity groups, and at Creekview High School, we proudly offer 3 varsity companies, a folklórico company, a modern dance-based company, and a drill team. This diversity is why we urge UIL to consider creating a dance category similar to the music division with subcategories that reflect Texas cultural and artistic Texas cultural and artistic diversity. I ask the council to review all dance-related proposals thoroughly, just as music has a wide variety of forms under its umbrella, so does dance, including traditional and cultural rooted styles like Ballet Folklórico. Dance is not a one-size-fits-all discipline, and adjudication must reflect the styles being assessed. Our students deserve a platform where their artistry, cultural expression, and academic effort are truly recognized and honored. Thank you for your time and continued commitment to the students of Texas. We look forward to working with you to build a future where dance in all forms is valued and elevated within UIL. I also want to thank Dr. Eldridge for her constant support in our dance programs in our district and for attending the North Texas contest in January. Thank you. Do we have any questions?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Folklórico dancing.
Thank you for getting that correct. Good morning, distinguished State Executive Committee members, colleagues, and fellow advocates. My name is Dr. Yvonne de la Rosa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you today about a matter of great importance, not only to our Mexican American and Latinx communities, but to the cultural and educational fabric of our state as a whole. I stand before you to advocate for the inclusion of Ballet Folklórico as a sanctioned event in the University of Interscholastic League. As Executive Director of Teatro de Artes y Juan Seguin, a nonprofit dedicated to preserving Mexican-American arts for the past 42 years, and as an educator who has witnessed firsthand the power of culturally relevant arts education, I can affirm with conviction that this edition would be transformative for all Texas students. Since 1985, Teatro has been instrumental in providing 6 to 9 week Ballet Folklórico residencies in Texas public schools. I have witnessed for nearly 4 decades the enduring impact of culturally relevant programming on the lives of Texas students. Ballet Folklórico is more than a dance form. It is a living archive. It carries the stories, rhythms, and ancestral knowledge of generations. It teaches discipline, builds identity, strengthens communities, and empowers young people to take pride in who they are. Much like marching band, choir, theater, drill team, and athletics, it requires rigorous training, teamwork, stamina, and creativity. Yet unlike many other UIL events, Ballet Folklórico is grounded in the cultural heritage of our state's largest ethnic group, Mexican Americans, who make up to 40% of Texas's population and an even greater portion of our student body. Despite this, students who dedicate themselves to Ballet Folklórico often do so without institutional recognition, without UIL-sanctioned competitions, and without the opportunity to earn letters, travel under school sponsorship, or to be celebrated in the same way that their peers and other UIL disciplines are. This lack of parity sends a subtle message that their cultural excellence is extracurricular, optional, or somehow less rigorous or less worthy of acclaim. Adding Ballet Folklórico to UIL would definitely change that. It would formalize what we already know, that Ballet Folklórico is educational, athletic, artistic, and deeply academic. It would align with state priorities around multicultural education, college and career readiness, and student engagement, particularly for youth and under-resourced districts. And it would affirm UIL's commitment to excellence, equity, and innovation. We already see thriving Ballet Folklórico programs across Texas in Laredo, San Antonio, Seguin, El Paso, Houston, Dallas, Crystal City, and the Rio Grande Valley. Students rehearse late into the night, sew and maintain their own costumes, research historical regions, and perform with precision and pride. Many of these groups travel to communities, festivals, and independent competitions, but they do so without the infrastructure, funding, or recognition that UIL could provide. Imagine the impact if students could perform cultural dances in UIL-sanctioned contests, judged by trained Ballet Folklórico experts, supported by their districts and publicly recognized for their excellence. Imagine the pride of the families, many of whom never saw their cultural traditions honored in school settings, and imagine students of other ethnicities open-minded to learning a new form of dance and compete at the highest level. Imagine what this means for rural communities where Ballet Folklórico is often the only cultural arts program available. This is not just a proposal for a new event. This is a proposal for educational justice, for inclusion, for honoring the deep roots and dynamic creativity of Texas students. We are not asking UIL to invent something new. We're asking UIL to recognize and uplift what students have already built, to treat Ballet Folklórico in the same respect given to other academic, athletic, and artistic disciplines. Upon hearing there was a group of teachers in North Texas creating a push for Ballet Folklórico to become UIL's sanctioned event, I personally called Karla Hardaway of Texas Association of Dance and Culture, a new nonprofit, and we forged a bond and strong partnership. Our Teatro de Artes Board of Directors also met Karla, and they pledged their commitment to help Ballet Folklórico become a UIL-sanctioned event. In closing, I urge you to support this initiative, not simply as a gesture of cultural celebration, but as a necessary step towards equity in public education. Let us ensure that every student, regardless of background, sees their identity reflected in what their school values. Let us show the next generation that their stories belong in the spotlight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. De La Rosa.
Good afternoon, fellow educators and advocates, because that's what we all are today, and how powerful of a room of so many people willing to stand up and speak the truth of what we can do to support our learners. My name's Rachel. I'm a Plano ISD mama and a passionate advocate for K-12 fine arts learning environment planning and programming internationally. With years in nonprofit and public ed, it was actually in my previous role with Dallas ISD as the director of theater, dance, and drill that I experienced a transformative moment. I was sitting in the auditorium at Sunset High School, and a Folklórico student group stepped on stage. I didn't know what Ballet Folklórico was either, it's okay. Their long white dresses swirling with bright red ribbons, their boots pounding the floor, the music alive and filling the room. And beside me, I watched a mother of one of the dancers on that stage start to cry. And she said, "This is from my home." Whew. Tears streamed down her face because she hadn't seen herself reflected in the place that was educating her child. And here was her child surprising her with finding her own story and her own path of identity. Because what you may not know about Ballet Folklórico is that each dance, each piece of choreography, each costume, each piece of music comes from a very specific region that is rooted in a legacy of history that includes Texas. That is what Ballet Folklórico offers our students and our communities, a living connection to identity, community, and our shared history. We're in the midst of future-focused questioning about Skynet, aka AI. You're welcome for that sci-fi little reference to my fellow friends. And the truth is, we know that we have to include experiential learning at the table. These are necessary, and we are experiencing that data in real time, with the law not being able to catch up to where AI has already taken us. Folklórico is a CCMR pathway now. It's fast growing. They can pursue folklorico at institutions such as UT Permian Basin, Texas State University, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, Texas Women's University, and UT at the Rio Grande Valley. Consider some of your own data from here on the Legislative Council. In Carrollton Farmers Branch, 42.7% of students are in emerging bilingual or ESL programs. 55% self-identify as Hispanic. In Aldine ISD, 39% of students are emerging bilingual learners, and over 70% self-identify as Hispanic. And in my own district, under the incredible leadership of Dr. Teresa Williams, we have almost 30% emerging bilingual students. I'd like you all to remember your own classroom. It's a story we all share of the student who needed to belong, as I share this research with you. The 2025 Opportunity Report from the New Teacher Project underscores just how critical belonging is for student success. They ask the question and follow through with the research. What are the most important indicators for students to motivate their own achievement? They found out that one of the top indicators is belonging. That when students feel connected, included, and valued, their motivation soars. Their academic engagement deepens, and their outcomes improve significantly. Approving this UIL pilot for Ballet Folklórico could directly contribute to those outcomes we are all striving for. Helping emergent bilingual Texas students and Hispanic students feel seen, heard, and empowered rather than separated. I invite you all to make this proposal personal, as I did when I witnessed that mother's connection and I started asking better questions about something I knew nothing about, and yet, as someone who is Mexican, have a deeply rooted connection to. Take a moment to envision how embracing that identity and culture in your district can foster belonging, inclusion, and academic motivation, not only for your students, but for the parents who are afraid to engage inside of your school. Thank you all for the ways you lift up, support, ask big questions, and provide our students with opportunities not only of accessibility, but of their own possibility and belonging. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Harrah.
Good morning. My name is Autumn Garrison, and I am the Assistant Vice President of Education and Community Engagement at the AT&T Performing Arts Center in Dallas. For the past 4 years, I've had the privilege of serving as the producer of the North Texas Ballet Folklórico contest. Full disclosure, I am not a dancer. I could probably mess up the hokey pokey if given the chance. But I am an advocate for arts education, and I see firsthand every day how the arts change student lives. In 2019, when a group of passionate Ballet Folklórico educators approached me, eager to create new opportunities for their students, I recognized the potential in their vision for something truly special. Soon after, the North Texas Ballet Folklórico contest was born and became a treasured education program of the AT&T Performing Arts Center. Today, this annual contest has evolved into a spectacular celebration of culture, heritage, and artistic excellence. At our most recent event in January, we welcomed over 400 K-12 student dancers from as far away as Houston. We've officially outgrown our venue, which is a wonderful problem to have. The impact of this competition extends far beyond the AT&T Performing Arts Center campus. It has garnered significant media attention, earning coverage from Fox 4, the Texas Standard, OI, and front-page recognition from the Dallas Morning News. More importantly, it has ignited the statewide movement, which you have heard about from my colleagues earlier today. Educators and organizations across Texas have rallied behind this vision to make this contest the official pilot for a UIL sanctioned competition. Many elected officials are eager to see this effort succeed, and communities in various regions of Texas are adopting our model, launching their own competitions, and contributing invaluable data to underscore the widespread demand for UIL adoption. A UIL-sanctioned Ballet Folklórico competition would do far more than provide students with a stage to showcase their artistry. Research has consistently shown that dance education improves academic performance, enhances cognitive skills, and fosters emotional well-being. Studies indicate that students engaged in dance programs demonstrate higher test scores, improved memory retention, and stronger problem-solving abilities. Additionally, dance has been linked to higher attendance rates and increased student engagement, contributing to a more positive school culture. Like athletics, dance education nurtures discipline, perseverance, and teamwork, qualities that translate into lifelong success. By integrating Ballet Folklórico into the UIL system, we can provide students with an opportunity that not only celebrates this rich cultural heritage, but also equips them with essential skills for their futures. I urge you to approve our proposal, and if you would like to witness the magic of this event firsthand, I invite you to join us in March for the 2026 North Texas Ballet Folklórico Contest at the AT&T Performing Arts Center in Dallas. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Ms. Garrison.